Okay, great. Welcome back. Yeah, we stopped here in the last video. So I'm using for example. Okay, let me intimate you with this trade setting so that you will take hold and take charge of the trade settings. Any trade settings you get anywhere, you can change it according to your taste, according to your greed level, according to your risk appetite. You can even develop trade settings 100, 200, $300 settings that will cut across different deep. Okay, for yourself, you'll be a professional at setting the trade settings yourself. Okay, let's delve into the video. Okay, what you see here are what you need to know. You need to know how to use your RoyalQ Robot. You don't need to depend on your uplines. I didn't depend on my upline. My upline just gave me the link to sign up, and I signed up, and I got one or two information from him, and he left me to my own. And not that he left me, he's been a very good young man, and he has even given me downlines. Yeah, and I'm happy about that. That's how we roll on RoyalQ. We help each other. So I went for trainings on our international Zoom video every Thursday. I made sure I attended, got so many videos. I made sure I listened, and right now I know what I know today. Through those processes. So you yourself get educated, get materials, read articles, read PDF, listen to what people are discussing in the group, watch the Thursday Zoom meetings, replay, get educated, get to know this robot. People make 1 million naira monthly. I have our V6, Mr. James Emakara. He has just made over 200 million naira in the 8 months of RoyalQ. In the 8 months of RoyalQ, or 9 months now, way back March till date, December 4th, he has made over 200 million naira on RoyalQ. So this is how RoyalQ can bless you. Okay, let's go straight into the video. This is 2:30. Okay, what this means is that one shot. This means if you want to just set up a trade and get the robot to buy once and sell once it has achieved your target, and never buy again. That's the button. You click on this after setting up your trade. So this actually means you want to sell. If you have been in that kind of huge loss you saw, or you are currently trading and you are in profit, like you set a profit of 5% and it's 2% profit right now, and you want to take it, you click on sell, and then it sells off that coin for you and drops your money on Binance or Huobi. Buy if you need to buy at the current rate. There's a dip if you need to buy more coins to reduce your average price closer to the buying amount, to the current price. You should click on this button, and then you would see like, if you click, okay, set up trade setting first. I have to do that first. So you click this, you click on market price, and then you click the USDT amount you want to buy. You buy. That's all. It's simple. So we go to, these are the buttons you need to know. If you know all of these, you can set up any trade anytime with any dip. So stop margin call. Stop margin call actually means it's currently on margin call. Like first dip, you've opened several margin calls. You'll see margin calls when we move on. Stop margin calls if you want to stop that. Like if you don't want the robot to keep buying the dip, like it has bought, do not buy again. Sell off all you have bought. That's what this button does. You stop the margin calls, and the robot just waits for profit and sells off. That's that. Now for strategy mode, there are 3 strategy modes right here. Let me see until I set up a trade settings first. So okay, let's hop into our trade settings. Here we are. Okay, for what this means is you have to be very attentive here. This is the first buying amount. I advise start with 10 USD. 10 USD. Okay, if you set 15, if you have enough trading capital, fantastic. If you have $10,000, you can start with $100 as your first buying amount. It actually means the first amount you wanted to buy, and it is upon this principle that your margin calls will calculate the deep buying amounts. You'll get to see that as we move on. So take note of this first buying amount. I'll be making reference to it in the video. Okay, now how many margin calls do you have in your trade settings that you have mapped out? 7. Okay, that's the default setting, 7. Okay, what this means, means this hold position take profit ratio. Now this is the ratio that the RoyalQ Robot starts calculating. This is the target profit. This is the target margin that you want the RoyalQ Robot to aim for, 1.3%. And once it gets to this 1.3%, it marks it. And if there is any deviation by 0.3%, this is take profit callback. It means any drop from my profit by 0.3%, stop and just take that profit for me. So these two works hand in hand. 1, 2, they work hand in hand, and you have to take note of that. So you can set any percentage. You can start from 1.1 to 1. You can set any percent depending on your peak profit. You believe the coin can rise by 5%, you believe it can rise by 10%, fine. Set a minimum of 1% or 1.1. I use 1.1%. Why? Because the robot max 1.1%, right? Even if it goes to 2%, it marks the 2%. Even if it goes as high as 10%, it marks it, but it starts calculating profit by 1.3%. Okay, and if there is any drop from that current profit percentage by 0.3, then the robot sells off. This is what the robot does day in, day out. Okay, that's about that. Now I would explain this. We are coming to this. This is where you have the major work and what you have to know. Margin configuration. This is the heart of the RoyalQ Robot. Okay, and then buy-in callback, 0.5%. So once the robot sells, right? Once it sells, you have instructed it by saying it's 0.5%. Once it sells, buy again. Buy again whenever there is a drop from the selling price. Whenever there is a drop from the selling price by 0.5%, buy again. You can set it to 1%. Okay, you can set it to 1%. I think the default is 0.5%. So you can set it to 1%. Whenever there is a drop by 1%, buy again. Or now as it is 0.5%, buy again from the price it sold earlier. Okay, note this. The next one is distributed and take profit allocation. This is the same as let me clear this so that you can understand. This is the same as this guy. This settings is the same as this settings, right? This is used for margin call drops. Margin call drops that you will see right here. Okay, when I open it up, you would see 1.3, and it starts calculating from the fifth supposition. The fifth supposition, as you can see up there, 5th, 6th, 7th. It stopped at 7th because we have margin call limit of 7. Okay, you see as we go on in our trade settings. Okay, so you have your sub position take profit callback, which is the last one. Okay, it's the same thing as your whole position take profit. It is the same thing. This and these are the same thing, only that this is used for your margin call limits, your margin call drops. Okay, your margin call drops. So you can see 0.3 is 0.3. So you need to take note of that. It's as simple as ABC. Okay, now let's delve into our margin configuration, which is the heartbeat of the robot. Let's go. Okay, you click on the arrow and it brings you in. Mind you can see that we had set 7 margin call limits. So when you open the margin configuration, you will see 7 positions. Okay, this is the default. This is the default settings. And what does each one of these mean? This actually means first call. After you had bought, if there is, remember the first buying amount, $10. Now, at that current price, let's say at $100 for this coin, if there is a drop by 3.5% that you have set here, then the robot should buy 2 times. That means 2 times $10. That means it is going to buy $20 worth of this coin at a drop by this percentage. Okay, from this current percentage, if there is another drop in price by 4%, you can change this. You can change this. All right, depending on your market information, that there's going to be a dip, then you can come down here to increase this margin call percentages. Increase the margin call percentages and confirm and save. That's all. You can increase it by 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 if there is going to be a major crash in price. That will save you a lot of floating loss. Your floating loss, when you set it by 10, 10, 10, 10 till the dip is over, then let's say if your robot had bought, it is going to buy at very good rates. It's going to buy the dip. So let's proceed. So it's going to buy when there is a further fall by 4%. It's going to buy 4 times. That means 4 times $10. That's your first buying amount. Remember, I told you to take note of that. So it's going to buy $40 worth. Here, if there is a drop by 4, another 4.5 from this 4%, if there is another drop by 4.5, it is going to buy 8 times 10, which is $80. $80 worth of that coin. Okay, at this price, let's say the price is $50 at this price. If there is another drop by 5.2% out of $50, okay, let's say to $45, then the robot will buy again 16 times 10, which is the first buying amount. 16 times 10 will give 160. That means $160 will be used to buy the coin at this level. Again, if there is from this position, right, from this position where you bought from the whatsoever amount, $45, if there is additional fall in that price by 8%, the robots should buy 32 times 10. 32 times 10, that's 320. The robot should buy $320 worth of AVE at this price level. Okay, let's say the price has dropped to $40 right here. It's going to buy $320 worth of it. Mind you, we started at $100. So you can imagine the robot is buying the dip for you, preparing you for massive wealth when the price begins to rise back to $100, and you're going to make profit. Okay, from this current price, we are assuming let's say $30 or $35. If there is another drop by 10%, the robot should pick 64 times $10 first buying amount. That's $640. Pick it up again and buy at this current price. Let's say the price has dropped to $30 per ETH. The robot should buy $640 worth of ETH at $30. Isn't that massive? And the price is still going to rise up to $100 per one. Now, the difference, the margin is $70 per one. And you're going to make $70 times 64 at this price. Isn't that massive? This is why you need to use RoyalQ Robot. Okay, apart from that, from this price, $30, we are assuming from this $30, if the price, because of major dip that happens again, that might happen again, if the price falls by 12%, you can see 12%. If the price falls by 12%, again, the robot should pick 128 times 10. That's $1,280. Remember, I'm getting my 10 from the first buy-in amount. So 128 times $10 first buying amount. That would give 1,280. The robot should buy. Let's assume the price has come down to 25. Now at $25 per ETH, the robot should buy $1,280 worth of it. Wow. And let's assume now the crash moment is over, the bearish moment is over, and the price jumps back, boom, from $25 straight back from the bottom to the top because of market information that, for example, Elon Musk is accepting ETH as a means of payment for his Tesla, for his SpaceX, for his other project, and the price moves from $25, boom, rising, and it rises back to $100. My dear friends, now you can calculate your profit from, you bought $25 worth, 128, you get 1,280 to buy at $25 worth. You can do the mathematics, and imagine the profit you are going to make going up, selling all of this, selling 25 at 100, selling, we assume 35 here at 100, selling, we assume, let's say 40 at 100, selling, we assume let's say 50 at 100, all of this upward, selling each one of it at profit. Man, that is huge profit, and that's how we get our, that's, your profit will be reported on the revenue details page. I did that in the first video for the overview of RoyalQ. Go and check the video. You need to watch those previous videos. So this is how you make massive profit. For me, I see this trade setting as fantastic, has been fantastic. However, the number 1, 2, 3, and 4 core positions on RoyalQ are lumped together. They are lumped together as a single trade, and they are sold together as a single trade. Okay, whatever is bought here are not sold until they move up in profit, until everything moves back up in profit to meet your profit target of 1.3% for a start. That whenever the button turns 1.3, the robot will now begin to sell off everything at one go. Everything together. That's what I mean. It adds up first call, second call, third call, fourth call, buys and sells them up. starting from that 1.3% profit. That's what it does. But for the fifth call, it trades this individually. Whenever there is a 1.3% profit on this, it sells. Whenever there is a 1.3 profit on this price that it buys, it sells. Whenever there is a 1.3 on this price, it sells, and so on and so forth. But for this 1, 2, 3, 4th call, it lumps those ones together and sells them as a whole warehouse. It sells it as a bunch. It sells it as a batch. It sells it as one. Okay, whenever it meets the trade take profit position, and once you are done, you confirm. Once you are done, just confirm. I told you can tweak this. You would see in my subsequent videos how I have adjusted my trade settings, according to my taste. But these are the basic things you need to know for you to be a guru at setting up your trade. You confirm, and then you save. Once you save, voila, you are ready. You are ready. All you need to do is just click on start. But I do not have enough USDT. So I cannot start. Let me click. See, do you start a strategy? Yes, you confirm. And once you are done, right, you click on your strategy mode, and then you change it to sub-bin mode, real-time settlement, and then you confirm, and that's that. And then you are good to go. The trade has started. But I'm going to pause this because I do not have sufficient USDT to start this trade. Okay, this is all you need to know. Start till finish of this video. Make sure you master these explanations, and once you have done this, you've mastered everything from A to Z. You can begin to think about any trade settings to cover 60% dip, 70% dip, 80% dip, 20, 30, 40, 50% dip. You become a master at setting trade settings, for yourself of any trading capital, 100, 200, 300, whatever. This is what I have mastered, and you would see how I begin to use this knowledge in the next videos. Do not forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this video with your friends. If you find this of high quality, of high value, and you want your friends to see this, let it go viral. Post in your Telegram group, in your WhatsApp group, share on Facebook, like my YouTube channel, and drop your comments. I want to see whether I've whether I've made sense, whether I've given value. Give me reactions, and thank you so much. Have a nice day. I'll see you in the next video.